Welcome back to Lily and Maggie, our very sweet angels, a podcast by Lily and Maggie for Lily and Maggie. I'm Lily.
And I'm Maggie. What's up with us? Okay, so welcome back to this episode of Lily and Maggie, our very sweet angels, and we're gonna go ahead and start with what is up with us. So what have we been doing lately? As you guys may know, today was FDOC, first day of class, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask Lily, how was your FDOC, Lily?
My FDOC was great, Maggie. Thanks so much for asking. My favorite thing about FDOC was all of the new faces. My least favorite thing about FDOC was having to go to class. Your turn, Maggie.
Okay, well, my FDOC was awesome. I had some classes, but for personal reasons, I will not be saying what those classes were.
It's for her own safety.
Yeah, and I will also say, whoever has been sending the threats needs to stop. Please. We don't want to have to call the police, but we will if we have to. So I had some classes, I had some meetings, and that's all I have to say on the matter. Welcome back to the elephant in the room.
Well, Maggie, what's this elephant in the room I hear about?
Well, Lily, it's come to our attention that there are more than one Lily and Maggie in this world. And not only is there more than one pair of angels named Lily and Maggie, but they are also on YouTube. Now, they don't spell everything correctly in that Lily has 2 L's, and obviously the correct spelling of Lily only has 1, but that's fine.
They did take Maggie's spelling.
Yeah.
I don't know which
directly
I'm more
copied
mad
that,
about.
honestly. So, Lily and Maggie, part 2, if you're listening, we would like to tell you that we don't, there honestly, to say it short, there's only room for one pair of Lily and Maggie's on YouTube.
We are going back to the old-timey ways of challenging a duel. We have our seconds picked out. They are each other.
Yes.
You guys can pick each other if you'd like as well, but we'd like to meet face to face and kind of discuss how to go forward with this, because it's not going to fly.
The only way that kind of we could go around this whole duel thing is if you just delete all your videos. So this is our formal
And
request.
give us your 16 subscribers.
Yes, we will have the subscribers, and no duel will be necessary. I feel like that's more than fair. Yeah.
Truly. As for the other Lily and Maggie who are dogs, that's alright. And cat. And then 2 other dogs.
Oh. We're fine with you.
We know you don't have hands, so you can't even delete all of your Instagram.
Yes, without opposable thumbs, we're obviously stronger.
Goodbye, Lily and Maggie. For now.
Now we have the dream segment. So for this section, we'll be going over Lily's dream that she had. I did not have any dreams, so this is actually going to be a Lily-focused segment, which we've kind of decided it's important that we each have our own sections, and even though we are, of course, co-hosts of this podcast, I just thought it was kind of Lily's time to shine for a little bit. So, and this is honestly like a really moving dream. It's very important, so I feel like if you guys could all give us your closest attention, and if you're watching this and like maybe doing something else in the background, just turn that off. And Lily has a dream to share. Thank you.
This is also strictly for our safety. Hey, thanks Maggie for that introduction. It means a lot. I'll begin with my dream, which is as follows. Last night I had a dream that Maggie and Savannah, not pictured, and I went to the museum, and I don't know what city it was in, but it was not this one. So there we were in the museum, and we were there for so long that it got dark. Then we walked outside to see that the moon was in fact no longer a moon. It was perhaps us 3 single-celled organisms. And they had mitochondria and cell walls and such, and there were 3 of them, and they were where the moon had been once, and they were very large. And then all the stars were no longer stars, and they were now like bacteria. But what bacteria looks like under a microscope. And we drove around and looked at it for a while, and then I woke up.
So as you guys can see, that was something that was kind of difficult for Lily to share, so we appreciate your utmost attention to this, and let's go ahead and give Lily a round of applause for that one, actually. So feel free, listeners at home, feel free to clap, and if you'd like to comment down below that you clapped, now would be the time. Okay, thank you. And that will be all for the dream segment. What's not hot this week, Lily?
Muppets!
Okay. Welcome back to Get to Know Us. It's kind of come to our attention that many of you know kind of the podcasting duo faces of Lily and Maggie, but do you know the real Lily and Maggie?
The answer is likely no.
Yeah. Unless you are one of our few 3 people in the world who know the true Lily and Maggie. You know who you are.
So we'll begin with social circles, the game that encourages conversation and fellowship, our favorite of games.
Long-time listeners will know that this is our favorite game.
Were you single on your 25th birthday?
So that's actually a really interesting question for me. I am not 25, and I am not single. However, on my 25th birthday, who knows?
Do you plan to be single on your 25th birthday?
I do not.
Are you a fortune teller?
I am not.
Then I don't want to hear it.
Okay, my turn to ask a question. Are you ticklish?
Yes, but you don't want to find out.
Okay.
Do you know at least one of your spiritual gifts?
Of course I know all my spiritual gifts. My number 1 favorite, though, is that I can whistle and hum at the same time, which I will now do. Which song would you like?
Whistle by Jason Derulo, I think.
Oh. But I'm just whistling. It's like, whistle.
Yeah, is that one?
Okay. Hoo 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 hoo. Wait. Hoo 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 hoo. Kind of made up the last couple notes.
Of course, the 3 people who truly know us also know all of Maggie's spiritual gifts.
Yes.
So that was a given. Thanks for showing off your special talent and your spiritual gift, Maggie.
Yes. Have you ever been inside the Vatican?
I have, and see, that's kind of an emotional thing for me, because longtime listeners of the podcast and my 3 people who get us will know that I have kind of a deep connection to the former Pope Francis due to the fact that we had the same birthday, and in my mind that kind of linked me to him on a deep level. So when I went to the Vatican, it was near my birthday, and I figured they would surely be throwing a big birthday bash for Pope Francis, and I could also have the same birthday bash in the Vatican. They did not do that, and then he died, and it was pretty tough for me to get over. Have you ever been to a horse race?
Yes. digital watch? That doesn't answer my question.
No, I'm not. Have you ever accidentally run your car into the same thing twice?
Longtime listeners will know that I am a great driver, and I have never run my car into anything. However, I will share a story. To maintain safety, I will keep this person anonymous. But a person that I know ran over a possum last weekend. And they know who they are. How many have been on a television show? Oh, have you been on a television show?
I have never been on a television show. I have been in a commercial for cars, and I have been in a cut scene of a movie.
What movie?
One with Eddie Murphy called 5,000 Words. I was precisely 8 months old, and they cut the scene I was in. And I never met Eddie Murphy.
Well, what is a famous person you have met?
Famous, longtime listeners of the show will know I've met Burt McCracken of The Used and also my hero. And I have a shirt with his band on it. He's my hero. And in the picture I have with him, his eyes are fully closed, and he is in one hand a beer and in the other hand a vape. Awesome.
That's what I like to call the circle of life.
Well, that's everything you need to know about us.
Now tell us about you.
Down below.
In the comments.
Answer all of those questions.
Also like and subscribe. Yeah, all of those questions we'd like an answer to from everyone.
Welcome back to Audience Questions.
Our first question comes from someone by the YouTube username at Savannah __. How do I go about owning a little sparrow?
This is a great question, Savannah. And unfortunately, we are not qualified to answer it. The one and only person in the whole wide world who is qualified to answer this is Cam, friend of the show, Cam.
Yep. Feel free to watch our previous episode if you want to hear more about Cam.
And DM him because he will respond.
He sure will.
Next, we have a comment from Landon Jordan 8193. He says, 8 subscribers. Wow, what a long time ago. You are already up to 25. Well, we appreciate the support. We are up to 30 and soon to be 46, as we are going to get the carryover of the subscribers from the Lily and Maggie show. I'm not saying that you're doubting us. I am saying you are clearly not a prophet.
However, I will say that was 3 months ago, so it may have been accurate when posted, but who really knows? Okay. Our final comment that we will be responding to is from at JadenWellum5699. I love how it feels like I'm being watched constantly and a sense of dread engulfs me when I watch this. Top-notch quality stuff. Thank you so much, Jaden. This is kind of what we strive for, I would say.
It's kind of our one and only goal.
Yeah, and honestly, that is kind of what this whole thing is all about.
Also, if you feel like you're being watched constantly, chances are high you are. For safety reasons, we can't say why we know this, but so are we.
Yes. Yeah, and about that sense of dread, that's very normal, especially when you start watching the podcast. It kind of happens to everyone. But yeah, like as you watch more, hopefully you'll get a little more comfortable with us. But we do kind of strive to be as off-putting as possible.
We sure do! Sorry, construction in the background.
Okay.
resolution. First, we'd like to thank our sponsor,
the Johnson family, for these nifty poker hats. Thank you so much. They have been our biggest contributor so far this year.
And possibly ever.
If you would like to sponsor us,
feel free to send anything to our email at lilyandmaggieareangels@gmail.com. We respond to every email sent. And if you send us something, we'll wear it.
Yep. If you have anything physical that you'd like to send to us, we do only accept carrier pigeon.
But we share a mailing address, so that should make things easier.
We will not tell you our mailing address, but you should know. And if you really need it, just come find us.
Well, that's all for us.
Yep. Everything's coming up. Lily
and Maggie.